everyone.
Hello.
So it's January, and January is always quite a hard month, I think, you know.
It's long.
It's a long month, and the excess of Christmas is kind of a distant memory now.
Yeah.
And a lot of us are detoxing.
Yeah.
And trying to do a bit of clean living,
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know, are you?
I'm trying, but it's so hard when it's so cold outside and dismal and you just want to eat cake.
Yeah, but resist the cake and try to detox. That's what we're trying to do. And we thought, let's do a video to match this mood of kind of detox clean living to a scent. So what kind of scents would we be wearing at this time of year?
So if you're wanting to feel kind of fresh and clean and pure, then the best kind of scents to go for are aquatic, water-inspired fragrances. Yes. So we've got two that we've chosen from the brands that we work with to show you today. So we will get on with that.
What one have you chosen, Sarah?
Where am I? Here we go. From Cartier. This is Eau de Cartier.
Ah, nice.
Okay, just so you can see there. And this is the original Eau de Cartier. This was actually launched back in 2001.
Oh wow, yeah.
So it's quite a classic now. And it was made by, interestingly, if you know about perfumers, it was made by Christine Nigel, who's quite famous and has done many things for many houses, but is now actually the in-house perfumer at Hermes. So this was one of her kind of first big break fragrances.
She often does quite unusual things.
She does do unusual things, and I think we've talked before that she does things that are quite soft.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah. So anyway, first of all, the bottle is really nice. What I love about it is, like, if you look closely, I don't know if you saw that when I showed you, but it looks like there's a droplet in the bottom dropping through, and it's because they've like imprinted that into the base of the glass, which I think is really clever. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like you've dropped a pebble in the pond.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like a ripple effect. And it doesn't have a lid either, so you just twist it up and down. So again, that's quite practical. Simple and practical, like if you want to travel with it. Let's have a spray.
I always think in January things need to be simple as possible.
Oh yeah, we don't want anything like over the top.
We've all got headaches. Okay, let's try.
Just to show you the packaging as well, if you were looking for it, it's this one. It's the grey packaging, grey and white.
So there's not like a traditional cologne, is it really?
No. And when you say it's an aquatic fragrance, I don't know whether that describes it in the best way.
No, it's
because it's
very soft.
It's very soft and it's
almost powdery.
It has citrus,
heavy.
Doesn't it? Definitely, you can smell citrus when you first spray it. Yeah. But I really like this, and I wear it quite a lot. And when it dries down, it's kind of warm water.
Okay. Yeah,
it's like kind of comforting, soft water, and it definitely has amber notes in it that are subtle.
Yeah, I was going to say we normally talk about amber being very warm and sort of
kind of oriental.
Yeah, but this one doesn't have any of that. The violet through it comes very strong.
So the violets kind of like, if you know the sweets, Parma violets. I don't know if they're an English thing or not, but that's very kind of powdery sweetness to it as well, but not sickly in any way. Just like I said, really just an easy wear fragrance, and something that would be great if you you want to smell clean, or if you work in an office where you don't want to overpower people, or you work in a job where you can't wear anything too strong. This would be a really good one.
Great. Okay, so that's the Cartier pick. What about Serge Lutens L'Eau?
Yes.
So you've got that next to you.
Yeah.
So I quite often turn to this when I want something that's really clean and pure, and yet still has some staying power, because this is Serge Lutens L'Eau fragrance, and it's his sort of answer to the multitude of perfumes out there. It's kind of he's saying, we live in an over-perfumed world sometimes. We certainly do sometimes. And it's nice to reach for something that is like a cologne and yet still has that eau de parfum type longevity. So the thing I love about this is that breath of fresh air. Straight away, it's like breathing in cold. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
when you go outside, if you know, in the January weather, which is often quite chilly, if you get those nice, bright, crisp days,
that takes your breath away.
Yes, the sun's shining, and you go outside. There might even be snow on the ground, but it feels like invigorating.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's that O2 accord doing that oxygen accord.
So it's got quite a lot of synthetics in it, because it's quite hard, obviously, to replicate the smell of water, because it's not something that has a smell normally. So often they do use synthetics, but it definitely smells kind of aromatic as well, doesn't it?
The sage definitely gives us that.
Yeah.
But I really like it. It's the musk in it softens, so a bit like the amber in this, that gives some kind of warmth.
Yeah.
You've got the musk that's like a skin note in that. And musk always, to me, is quite addictive and enveloping and rounded. So although it is like a breath of fresh air, this Serge Lutens fragrance, it doesn't feel too spiky.
No, that's true. If you want spiky though, there's L'Eau Froid, which maybe we'll talk about in another video, but that's really cold water that's quite different. But yeah, it's worth saying as well actually that both of these fragrances are shared, so for men or for women, neither of them are labelled and they're intended to be worn. I guess that's the nice quality about water and aquatic fragrances, isn't it?
No, it's true. Well, I do have to say that whenever I say that to my husband, he's always like, "Oh, it's not for me then." And I'm like, so often I'm like, "No, dear,
because he's a man." He's like a real man.
Like, shared fragrances, so I always have to explain the fact that it's fine, it's okay.
It just,
there are a lot of guys out there that are like, oh, it has to be labelled masculine, but I don't subscribe to that view. I think if you like it, wear it.
Yeah, and definitely these would be great for like after the gym, or you know, just when you want to smell fresh and clean. And
trust me, everyone's at the gym this month.
Yeah.
There are so many people at the gym right now, I can't even do any
too
exercise.
Much, don't worry, they'll all be gone. By February, they'll all be gone. Only the hardcore few will be left. Anyway,
so
thank you.
That's our roundup of some sort of detoxing, clean, pure, simple fragrances for January to match your mood if you are somebody that's trying to forget the excess of the cake at Christmas time.
Yeah, so let us know what your favourite clean detox fragrances are. And thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button below. And we would love to have you as part of our community on the Perfume Pros. So we'll see you all again soon.
Thanks very much.
Bye.
Bye.